Well, horses like Collier Hill, Alfie Flitz and more recently Turbo Lin have really put trainer Alan Swinbank on the map. Today we've brought the At the Races cameras to his yard near Scotch Corner to have a good look around. Well, the horse that's caught the public imagination this flat racing season in this box now, this is Turbo Lin, along with her trainer Alan Swinbank. And Alan, she's a star and she looks as if she knows it.
Well, let's hope she can continue to be a star. Yeah.
She's got an amazing history, hasn't she? If you just take things back to the very start, I mean, winning 5 bumpers, but even when she was bred, I mean, rumour has it she was foaled in the wild in Scotland.
Yeah, they say so. She's got an incredible story. She wouldn't have had much. She'd have had a lot of tender loving care of Mr. Nelson, but she'd have had a lot of outdoor life, and she wouldn't see many people before she was 2-year-old.
And you got her, and you campaigned her as a bumper horse, and she's never been beaten as a bumper horse. I mean, how special was she as a bumper horse?
Well, the thing is, she was sent to me to actually run as probably a maiden 3-year-old on the flat, because Mr. Nelson wanted to race on the flat, and she had a little attitude problem about the stalls. So rather than fight on with her with the stalls, the 3-year-old bumpers was coming along at the back end of the year. And so I thought we'd have a crack at that. She always worked very, very well. She always worked like a good horse, but not as good as what she's done, but always good enough to win up the North bumpers. And, you know, ordinary flat races. But as I say, after her first race at Carlisle, she won it so easy with Tony Dobbin, and she went to Linfield, and she won 5 bumpers. She won a good race at Liverpool, very easily, the 2-miler. Simple to train, nothing wrong with her. Attitude was a lot better. Before we went on the flat again, tried to get her in the stalls, problems, but I didn't make it a big problem because I just put her in the box and sent her down to Newmarket, to Yarmy. She came back 2 weeks later and she's never been a bit of bother. And just looking to the future, I notice you've got her entered for Australia later on in the year. I don't know what all sorts of other campaigns you got in mind. You sort of maybe look for the Park Hill Stakes at Doncaster in September. After that, you wouldn't know, just let's work away. She's in the Caulfield Cup though. She's in the Caulfield Cup, it's a possibility.
Collier Hill, he's staggering to the line, but he's just won the Vase now, mine. The globe-trotting Collier Hill, prepared by Alan Swinbank. Well, here's a horse that truly does live up to the name Superstar. This is Collier Hill with Alan. And Alan, 2.3 million in prize money, a record for a British trained gelding. And a horse that only cost $5.5 grand.
Yeah, very, very lucky. It's a case of being at the right place at the right time, I think. He's given off a lot of people a lot of pleasure in the yard, and he makes you get. He's worth getting up to see in the morning. Gets you out of bed in the morning, I'll tell you. He has had problems with his joints on and off over the years. What's his current state of health? He's very, very good. But as I say, when going back 2 or 3 years ago, you could probably get him ready in about 10 or 12 weeks. But it's taken probably 14 or 16 weeks now, a little bit longer. But hopefully we'll go for the Irish Ledge, and then after that Canada will be a definite. Back to Woodbine for the Canadian International. Yeah, and work away from there really. And the joints problems, are they getting worse with age? There's more miles on the clock, so they're not getting any better. The thing is, it's the medication. I would think it maybe, you don't know, like he surprised us before. When he came back from Sweden the second time, we thought that was going to be the last run. Look what he's done since. But you're not going to go on very, very hard ground with him. You know, you've got to pick the ground with him, a bit of decent ground. He's only 9, but he's a superstar. You say only 9 or 9 at the moment with the joints. Could he go on another year? Yeah. Let's, as I say, we'll have to wait and see. The thing is, life's not getting any easier for him because he's got all the Group 1 penalties now. You see, and there's a lot of young horses coming through, so he's going to be difficult to place. But if we couldn't run again, we've lost. You know, there's nothing. We haven't much more to gain with him, have we, Gordon? Now, Alan, what classic did this one win? He won the Indian Derby 2 years ago, and he won it by 3 lengths in Bombay, I believe. And he campaigned in Dubai last year, and when I was over there, I met the owner, and he's decided to send him to England. We got a mark of 9. He was placed in Dubai last year, over 1.25 miles. He won a little bit of give in the ground, and we've got him off a mark of 90. So hopefully over the next week or 2 we'll take him to a decent track and give him a run or 2 and probably go hurdling with him as well. Could make a very good hurdler. Has he been schooled over hurdles? He jumps well, yeah, he schools, he jumps well. Yeah, seems a bit of a character. He's a bit of a character, and he's ready to run, so hopefully he's got a future.
It's Alfie Flitz, very impressive, goes further and further clear. Alfie Flitz is going to win by a wide margin.
Well, Alfie, yet another horse, Alan, that's graduated through the bumper ranks.
Yeah, he's another one that came to us unraced. As I say, he's by Machiavellian. He won his first bumper down at Wetherby, 3-year-old, mile 6. But he's got a terrific family, you know. He's got in the second and third down, a lot of good horses in there. But he's been a pleasure to train. Maybe not Group 1 material, but he's a Group 3 and Group 2, and hopefully his next race will be the Stockholm Cup in Taby.
Before we're going about that, Alfie Flitz, there's a football connection here. Tell us about that.
He's owned by Dominic Matthews, plays for Stoke, and Gary Flitcroft, which used to play for Blackburn. So they've got a half share of piece in him. So
do they come and see him at the yard?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they're very enthusiastic racing people, and every time he runs, they've got a private box or a marquee on the track. So it's always a great day out when he runs.
They've had a good run with him. 3 bumper wins, 3 on the flat, including a couple in listed company.
Yeah, and he's maiden. He's never run a handicap yet. But you never know, he might be Northumberland plate horse next season.
Yeah.
He's still a baby, really. He's only 5, but he'd probably go hurling this season. Let's get this next 2 or 3 races out the road, and then we'll probably school him. Get my old mate Tony Dobbin over. He'll be keen to ride this, I think.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
He will be. So, possibility, or more than a possibility, going hurdling, and then before that, though, 1 or 2 races in the flat, including possibly Ireland and Scandinavia. Yeah,
if Collier Hill couldn't get to the Irish ledge, you would probably keep this fella in. He was third at the Curragh last time he ran.
That was Group 3, wasn't it?
Group 3. He's only beaten 2 or 3 lengths, so he's capable. He's capable, but he'd make a very, very good hurdler.
Oh, Solo Mio is out in front and just kept going to the line, will score pretty comfortably at the finish, wins by 2 lengths.
Well, Solo Mio's a horse that stays well, Alan, and looks in good form, and I think he's won over 14 furlongs, places like Catterick.
Yeah, that's his trip a mile 4. He came to me from James Gibbons, a good owner of ours. Dave Gibbons owns him. He's got 4 or 5 with me at the moment, and he came from James Gibbons, and he came to us of about 61. I think he's about, I've just looked on the computer, he's up to 83 now. He's got a few engagements in Sweden and Scandinavia. He'll be one of them horses that go on them tight tracks over a mile 4.
You're not shy to send your horses abroad?
No, well, you'd be going there for 15 or 20 grand, where you'd be going down to Catterick or Pontefract for maybe 6 or 7. So really, if you've got 2 or 3 in the box, you can crack on.
Yeah.
He's a lovely horse by Singsby. He'll probably go up the stairs at the back end for hurling for somebody.
Yeah. What's his ground?
Faster the better. Yeah, good ground, very good ground horse. Yeah.
He might struggle for a bit of ground this summer.
He could do, yeah. But Neil Callan gets on well with him. He's just rode him a couple of times and won. Yeah, he's one to look out for.
Flying Valentino as easy as you like. Flying Valentino held on.
It's very much the rose between 2 thorns here. This is Flying Valentino, a lovely 3-year-old filly. Alan's one side, I'm the other. She was very impressive, wasn't she, on her 2-year-old debut at Newcastle last year, Alan, and she's struggled a little bit this year.
Yeah, well, the handicap has stuck her up to 88 straight away, and we didn't have a lot of chance because she's not the biggest in the world, but she's got a very, very good pedigree. We know she's only won the 1, but if we could get a little bit of black type into her, she's worth a few quid.
Yeah. What would the plans be for her? She barely stays a mile.
She does 7 furlongs, but it's a job finding 3-year-olds only, really, 7 furlongs, which we've been trying all summer. Lovely filly. Will win before the season's out, and we're going to stud out, I think, after that.
So she won't race on beyond the 3-year-old?
Not for us, I wouldn't have thought so. Adrian Butler tends to sell his horses on after a couple of seasons, but she's one of the toughest little fillies we've ever had, I'll tell you.
I mean, I remember that win at Newcastle was a 2-year-old. She was impressive.
Yeah, but she's got a lot of. She's got group in the second and third dam.
Yeah.
She's by Indian Dane Hill. Maybe wouldn't be the most popular sire, but she's done nothing wrong. Lovely filly.
And you say 2-year-old at 7 furlongs a trip, and what about a ground?
Soft side, good ground. You wouldn't want to go too firm, really. Ted Durkin rode the other day at Pontefract over 6, and he got chopped off. He said he didn't have the best of runs. That probably would have been a bit closer, but no, she's done nothing wrong. She's a pleasure to train, and hopefully she'll win a couple before the end of the season.
Yeah, well, we wish her well. Well, Alan's expertise as a bloodstock agent is well renowned, and here's another reason why he might have unearthed another Collier Hill or perhaps Turbo Lin. This is a 3-year-old Alan by Overbury.
Yeah, he's by.
What can you tell us about him?
He's just came in this last 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to start breaking him in. He's an unraced 3-year-old by Overbury out of a Nicholas Bill mare. The viewers will know what Nicholas Bill did. It was a very good racehorse.
He's a nice big horse.
Big nice horse. Out of a winning mare. Very, very good family. Unnamed. For sale. Not too dear. You wouldn't know what he'll be. But you'll go the bumper route towards the back end and work away. He's about the same size as a very good horse I've got, Saborius Hawk. So, as I say, let's hope he goes the right way. Overbury's getting plenty of winners.
Yeah, as I say, he's a big strapping horse.
Oh, he's a lovely horse, he is. He's well on the top there, he's level. He'll not grow much more, actually.
And as I say, joking apart, Collier Hill, Turbo Lin, Alfie Flitz, you know.
They all came like that. Yeah, they all came like that. They did.
And the Bloodstock agent stuff, I mean, how difficult is it to pass on horses? How you can keep them in the yard? I'm thinking Theatrical Moment, for example.
Well, Theatrical Moment was a €16,000 buy at Fairyhouse, actually, and just grew and grew and grew. Bought to run as a 2-year-old, grew and grew, thankfully. Sold it to a couple up in Newcastle. They've had a lot of luck with him. I think they won four bumpers with him. And they sold it to Tom Hogan in Ireland. They got an awful lot of money for the horse, and the thing is, they spent it as well. They've got 5 with me now, and they've got a little bit of change to keep them 5. And
so you sold 1 and you get 5 back?
I've got 5 back, and it's all what I bought. And the majority of the horses in the yard are what I bought myself. But there's a lot of horses I've sold. Sarah Kellaway a few horses, and she buys a few for me in France. And we always have horses for sale.
Does it help, sort of, in the background of being a Bloodstock agent, to be a trainer? I mean, you have an eye for a bargain, you know the value of a horse.
Well, I've bought and sold horses all my life, really, from being a kid. You know, I've always had a lot of horses on the go. I used to have an horse or two with Arthur Stevenson, bought 1 or 2 of him. Training really was a secondary thing. I never wanted to be a trainer. But when Bill came along in the next village, when he retired, we had a few horses together. We started with 6 when we did in 1999, and just worked away from there. But yeah, it's a good life, it's a good business. I was
going to say we might as well wind out back to the beginning when you mentioned and you bumped into Bill Haig. He's your assistant now.
Yeah.
He first had the licence though, and you were his assistant.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't give me a licence at first, you see. So Bill had the experience and had 2 years as assistant to Bill, and then I got the licence in 2001. Really, I did in 2001. And I think we've knocked up probably, if they're looking at this, it doesn't be far off 300 winners now, I don't think. But you know, we've got a good team behind it. It's not only me, it's everybody in the yard.
And these days, I mean, huge interest in the flat, but you don't turn down the odd jumper.
No, we'll have about maybe 40 jumpers this time. We've got Saborius Hawk, and over the years I've had very good horse Far Pavilions actually under Victor Ladorum for me. We won the Yorkshire National with a horse called Princess Lane.
Yes.
But we are more flat really than jumping, but we always have 45 or 50 jumpers. I think there'll be maybe 30 bumper horses this season, which is really our bread and butter.
And most of your bumper horses end up going on to win Group 3s and better.
Not all of them, but some of them keep doing it, eh?
Yeah. And just looking around the place, nice setup here, but obviously you've got the new stables on the way and numbers are on the increase.
Well, hopefully we've got a new yard going up on the Gallop there. There's a big house there for staff, and there's 65 boxes there when we get finished. Probably maybe in November before we get going there, but as I say, hopefully we can fill it.
Last season as well, a good year for you on the flat. 50 winners for the first time.
50 winners for the first time. We on today I think about 33. So we have a lot of nice 2 years. We'll have 25 2 years probably yet to run, and there should be winners over the next week or two, especially in them 7 furlong mile races. You know, we should have a few winners there.
Yeah. And the names of the horses as well. I mean, when people mention Alan Swinbank, they mention Turbo Lin, they mention Collier Hill, they mention Alfie Flitz.
Yeah. There could be another good horse called Prince Calaman, and another horse called Cheeky coming through. There'll be a good bumper horse coming through called Silver Goal. There's there's 120 horses in the yard at the moment. I think there'll be 65 never ran.
Yeah.
So that tells you what's coming through.
And I mean, is there any secret to the success? I mean, is there a certain type of horse you buy? I mean, you don't seem to have many sprinters, for example, in the yard.
We tend to buy more middle distance pedigrees. If they're a nice stamp of horse, unraced. Horses want a bit of time. We bought a few horses. We'll have maybe 8 or 10 in the field. We bought us 2-year-olds. Coming back this time as 3-year-old bumper horses.
Yeah.
Giving them time.
Yeah. Never mind to rush a horse.
Well, you can't rush them.